Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, this is Jackson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 37. Check 37. Undercrook. Go. Check 37.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Colts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Iverson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Iverson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Iverson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Buddy up, 52, Mike 52. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll run on 1st down. Beckwith, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down now, Beckwith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there, as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Beckwith. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Right back to him on 1st down. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 19-yard line.
Ready. 98. Watch 98. Watch the back. Watch the back.
To throw on second down. Iverson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards.
Indianapolis.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Colts.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Saints 7, Colts nothing.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Watch the run. Check 3.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, it's Jackson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On third down, Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here it comes. Show
They'll try the left side. Beckwith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, come on. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Just like that.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. 52's the mic, boys. 52. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Second and 11. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down. Almost all the way to the 30.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Complete to number 2. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
My 52, my 52. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check. Lucky.
He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 51.
Back to throw here.
Here we go.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check right. Watch it, 5. Rip left. Mike 55. Hey, go. Come on, D. 55's Mike, guys, 55.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught at the 8. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Get ready.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
A final shot before break. Iverson looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike, 55. 55. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run again with Jackson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Iverson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hernandez. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Check ready. Check right, check right. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's come to Hey, let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards, good for his Saints' 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Watch twins.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Rush in. Rush in.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, watch the block. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hustle, hustle. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased. That they...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He's coming, double up.
Back to throw. Iverson. Wide open receiver complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Iverson looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, an 80-yard touchdown, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. 6 yards. 52's the mic. Check the out. Check the out. 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Let's get the ball. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. I know he ain't got it. Mike 52.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back, the special team.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, Beckwith. A gain of 3, second down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on first down. Beckwith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Stop your whining.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Come off the ball. Mike 55, Mike 55.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here we go.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. My 52. I'm coming.
They'll try to run this one in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practice